What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube world. Live podcast tonight. Y'all know what the time it is. Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all know we go live for the Nerve of You podcast. This is episode 11, I believe. I want to say episode 11. I got to double check, but we moving right along with these episodes though. And I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's going to watch the playback. And check it out, man. We got a pretty good show tonight. I need y'all to be patient with me. I'm under the weather. I got a little hay fever. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like a step behind. But we're going to get the energy right. So let me see something really quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I really got something to address really quick, man. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. So y'all go and hit the like button on your way in. And I'm going to discuss this further in detail later on down the line. But, I find it funny how, March 2022, the new thing to do is for people to leave the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Back in about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago. This was quite some time ago. I made an announcement live on a live stream saying that I'm done with the manosphere. It wasn't personal. It was a business decision. And I made it for me and my company and me and my business. Now, I took a lot of heat behind that shit. Not that I really care, but I'm just going to keep it real. A lot of dudes, they came out the woodworks and, they had stuff to say, you know what I'm saying? But now in 2022, March, doesn't it seem like we got a lot of people trying to leave the manosphere? Black manosphere, that is. All of a sudden, that's the thing to do. Like, come on, fellas, man. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I was the very first guy that did it, but I was in that first couple guys. Put it like that. I was in that first small group of guys that left the manosphere, and everybody had their own reasons. My reasons for leaving the manosphere was, at the end of the day, Jones, I didn't get on YouTube to be a part of a He-Man's Women Haters Club. At the end of the day, I didn't get online for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I got online to tell my story, to speak my truth, and to express myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Y'all hold on for a second, man. I got online because I know what it takes for self-improvement. I got online because I wanted to do my thing at the end of the day, man. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff kind of fell into my lap, but I just find it funny how that's the thing to do these days, man. You know what I'm saying? And I watched a slew of guys. See, when I left the manosphere, and y'all got to keep it a buck about me, besides a few guys that I was cool with behind the scenes, I stopped working with people from the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? And again, it wasn't personal. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't personal. I don't have no personal animus against anybody. Male, female. I don't even know these people like that. But what I'm saying is, when I said I'm done, see, Boogie became a solo act, period. I became a solo act, man. I stopped doing panels. Every now and then I let a few people up on my panel if the subject matter was if the subject matter called for it. But at the end of the day, that was only a couple people, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I just really wanted to address that. And I'm going to really address that in more detail down the line. Like I say, man, I'm a little under the weather right now. I can't even give that all of my energy because I got a show tonight, man. But at the end of the day, I just find that Very, very odd. And y'all, once again, be patient with me, man. I got a couple vapor rub strips on my chest hairs right now. Just trying to breathe, people. I'm just trying to breathe. So anyway, boom. Modern women. Y'all see the title, man. This is what y'all really come here to see and come here to hear. The real problem with modern women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a lot of different things that they think is wrong with modern women. And look, everybody got their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? They are who they are. Modern women are who they are. Modern men, we are who we are. But my thing with modern women is more of an angelic personality deficiency. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if anybody follow me on Instagram, y'all seen my posts. And I said the problem with modern women is modern women, they lack a gentleness that our grandmothers and our great aunts had. That was a gentleness and that emotional state. You know what I'm saying? Like even when your grandmom got mad at you, you know, it still was a gentleness in it. Even if she had to correct you, you still knew it was out of love. So when you knew your best interest was in her heart, you was cool with a little punishment. You was like, you know what, I'm good. A lot of modern women, you know, a lot of younger women in particular, modern women, younger women, dog, they have been hardened over the years, man. They have calcified. They don't have that gentleness like our grandmothers had. And we could debate the reasons and all of that. This ain't what this live stream and podcast right now is about right now. I'm just going to tell you the real issues with a lot of modern women, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't know how to be gentle. You know what I mean? And I'll start with this, man. Why would they have to be gentle? You know what I'm saying? A lot of modern women, they having their way, sexually that is, you know what I'm saying? They having their way. You know what I'm saying? They running a lot of men crazy. They getting money out of dudes. A lot of them, they can walk around with the boss B attitude. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have it my way. Even if it's only temporary, a lot of them pick up that attitude, Jones. And y'all got to understand what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of modern women, they started having sex at a very early age, being handled rough and stuff like that. There's a lot of reasons why a lot of younger women, they just got that type of personality trait where you don't even really want to be around them for extended periods of time. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have that warm, welcoming vibe. You know what I'm saying? Wherever that vibe comes from. You know what I'm saying? Some people have it, some people don't. It's like, if you ever been to church on Easter Sunday, because I know a lot of y'all don't go to church, but we definitely went on Easter Sunday because we got fresh. Let's keep it a buck, fellas. It was nothing like going to church with a fresh suit as a youngin' on Easter Sunday, and you coming down the aisle, and you see Miss Bernadette, and she kiss you on your cheek, like, sit over there, baby. And you got that warm feeling, and you just understood that no matter what, Miss Bernadette got love in her heart. You truly understood that there was a gentleness there that flowed through her heart. A lot of young women do not have it. Now, me personally, some people say, you know, one of the issues with modern women is they dress size or their hair, and I mean, you know, that's for other podcasts and live streams and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know C Boogie don't even get into that type of stuff. I like to get into the psychopathy of a lot of these women and the pathologies of a lot of these women, because at the end of the day, a lot of women don't understand that a man that has a woman's, you know, best intentions, he aligns with a woman's peace. You dig? The peace inside of a woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of modern women, they don't even understand their particular role in the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? They really, really don't. Very masculine, man. You know what I'm saying? Very, very masculine. And look, it just is what it is. But like I said, when you an intentional man, you know what I'm saying, and you truly care about a particular woman, you know what I'm saying, you really want the best for her. That's truly what you aligning with. You know, a lot of people have gotten online and put an overemphasis on looks. When it comes to women, that is. Now, before y'all call me a hypocrite, I've said looks matter, particularly when it comes to dudes. I'm like, if y'all dudes want a bunch of sex and y'all out here looking like the elephant man, oh, you better self-improve. That's just what it is. That's another reason I left the manosphere, truth be told. And I'm going to get into that tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. Let me get right. Please bear with me, people. Y'all hit the like button. See, Boogie has the flu or something. I don't know what's going on, man. I've been going through it for the last 2 days. I got a couple vapor rub strips on my chest hairs right now. They covering my nipples. I'm just trying to breathe today, people. That's all I want to do. I've been praying all day I can breathe again. So, but here's the point. You know, oh yeah, that was another reason why I left the manosphere. Too many delusional people. But moving on from that, when two people are choosing each other for a long-term relationship, I'm not talking about sex. You know what I mean? I got plenty of content when I'm talking about sex. Y'all go to my Patreon, sign up for it. You get all the content you want going back 3-4 years. We're talking about hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos that you can. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about long-term relationships, LTRs. I'm talking about marriages, all of that type of stuff. At the end of the day, man, I've seen some mismatched couples that didn't really make sense in my mind, but then I realized, well, this man got a particular set of needs. You know what I'm saying? This man might need a nurturing woman that's gonna come through the door and care for him like she a second grade teacher or something like that. I try not to judge relationships off my eyesight until I see them really commune and deal with each other. So you can have a pretty looking woman, but she not gentle. And then you still complaining about your needs ain't being met. But what about the 20 women that you pass that may not have been like a 9, 9.5, or whatever y'all dudes want, or 8.5? She might have been a strong 6 3/4. But she was ultra feminine and ultra gentle. And she know how to give you that feeling where your hair stand up on the back of your neck. See, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of women, this is what they lacking these days, is that gentleness, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to start y'all off with a story, man. Story time with the boogeyman. And I've told this story before, but I don't think I told it on a podcast. I told it on my live stream. But I'm going to make it quick. This was last year, right? Sometime in 2021. We was doing the self-improvement summit in Atlanta. And, you know, I'm going to just give y'all the backstory. I was having stomach problems, man. So I takes to Instagram. So I asked my followers or whatever. I'm like, yo, man, does anybody have a remedy for digestive issues? You know, just the truth. I just wasn't using the bathroom. So anyway, I'm getting all this information from this person, from that person, from this person to that person. I'm like, bet. I put it all together. Like, I got a little bit from this, a little bit from her. So I went out to the store, got all the little stuff for the concoction or whatever. And, you know, I'm up in the crib, Dr. Sebi style, getting this shit together in the pot. I'm doing this, popping pills that they told me to get. You know what I mean? Sipping on the wheatgrass. It's just whatever they told me to get, I just went out and got. So anyway, maybe about a week went by, maybe 5-6 days, close to a week. I noticed I still wasn't using the bathroom. I'm like, man, these people was capping. But oh no. One morning, I just started feeling sick. I'm like, what in the world? Boom. Couple hours later, temperature skyrocketed. So I'm laid out on the bed like I'm dead. Like Lieutenant Diane Ice Cream. This is where I was paralyzed, right? So I'm talking to this woman at this particular time. And like we going strong. You know what I'm saying? Like we getting along. We kicking it every single night since the time I met her. I'm taking her everywhere with me. We busting moves. Everything lovely. Right? So I tell her, I'm like, look, you're going to be my date to the self-improvement summit in Atlanta. So I had my outfit ready. I'm like, yo, we going to go out, get you a black dress. Woo, woo, woo. I had everything set up or whatever. And, but back to when I got sick. So I got sick. Now, you got to understand, I started feeling sick that morning. That evening to that night, I was done. Temperature skyrocketed. I couldn't move. Literally, I couldn't move. I couldn't eat, couldn't drink after I done whipped up the Dr. Sebi style concoction or whatever. So, boom. So, I called this woman, right? I'm not going to say her name. But I called her. Or she called me, one of the two. And then I'm like, look, I can't really talk to you long, but I need a favor. She didn't live that far from my crib. She lived about... in the car with no traffic, 8 minutes, she can get there. 7 minutes for real. If she driving like me. Right? So, boom. I told her what's going on. I'm like, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, hey, you mind bringing me some water, Gatorade, and some soup or just whatever? I said, I cannot get up and go get this stuff for myself. I'm done. So she hit me with a, I guess I can. Click. Now, y'all got to keep in mind, man, Shorty had been rolling. Y'all remember that Method Man and Mary J. Blige video? You're all... I can't really sing. I'm stuffed up. I need to get... It was like that for like 2 weeks. Shorty telling me, yeah, I told my moms about you and can't wait for you to meet her. We setting up all the plans. All that got dead at that moment. All of it was done. We was no longer in commission. That black dress, keep that. That trip to Atlanta, and this is a week before the summit. That trip to Atlanta, that's dead. I'm going by myself, right? So, boom. We kicking it. And it all turned bad because she ain't hold me down. Keep in mind, I've been holding this woman down about for a few weeks now. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I went well beyond the call of duty. Now, typically, I wouldn't trip. But I asked you for one thing. I can see if I was constantly asking for, I'd be like, all right, my expiration date has came. No, I asked you for one thing, and she couldn't come through. And that was done. And then she had the audacity to come to the crib and try to spaz on me. That's a different story for a different day. But that gentleness that I was telling y'all about, and I didn't ask for a lot. I ain't asked this girl to take me to the emergency room, take me to the hospital. Nah, I'm like, yo, just drop it. You ain't even got to come in. Just drop it at the door. Grab me some Gatorade, some soup, some water. I'm messed up. So anyway, that was that. So I called one of my old trustees, man, and she came to pick me up, took me to her crib, and took care of me for about, 2-3 days, man. Nursed me back to life, and I had to rehydrate, replenish, and head on down to Atlanta for the summit, and it all worked out. But I just wanted to tell people that story because it's like, wow, how could you not reciprocate the energy that's been given to you? It's supposed to be given right back whenever I need it. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to put you on Front Street. I'm trying to put you on I was about to say a cover, but nah, that's not what I'm thinking. Pretty much, I'm trying to up your stock. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull up to Atlanta. You with me. You a star that night. It's that simple. She ain't want that. She wanted to swim with the roaches. So, that's just a cautionary tale to all the fellas, man. This is a lot of times what you up against You know, and look, don't let it make you bitter. Don't take it out on the next woman. Just be on the lookout for these type of things, man. You know what I mean? Typically, you know who got your back when you go through something. You know, typically, you know who be there when you really, really go through something. And see, stuff like that gives you a glimpse at somebody's heart, man. You did. A lot of this, what I'm talking about tonight, is matters and issues of the heart. Y'all pardon me, y'all. Real talk. Typically, you know when you go through something. So when she gave me a peek of what was in her heart, I couldn't do it. I mean, because really it was, what really wasn't a big infraction, but she opened up the jacket and I seen that her heart wasn't pure, wasn't clean. And me personally, I just can't live like that. So anyway, moving on, man. Oh yeah, and I'm not going to Instagram no more to get any concoctions from you Negroes, because y'all damn near killed me. And needless to say, my stomach became a freeway by the time y'all was done. So I ain't got those issues anymore. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about what I said, you know, as far as modern women? They're missing this gentleness, you know, that women have innately in them, that a lot of women, they don't even care to bring out. They want to be savages. A lot of women, a lot of modern women, they want to be hardcore. They want to be, you know, mentioned in the same breath as men and things of that nature. Like, what do you think about all this?
I think that a lot of women, a lot of modern women. Bless you. You okay?
I'm good.
Okay. You need some tissue? Well, I do think that modern women, they feel empowered by taking on masculine traits. They think that is a good thing. They don't think that there is power in being feminine. Learning how to disarm a man or disarm anyone, being the peace in the room. Those qualities have been, I don't think those qualities were passed on from their parents. I don't think they saw the value in those qualities.
You know what I think, personally? I think that, well, one category is sex. Another category is money. And another category is, okay, we got fathers in there too. And the fourth category, I would say, is just a lack of healthy relationships. So you kind of get these modern women, you kind of get these younger women.
So you said,
Hold on, I got you. I'm going to go over it again.
Okay.
So, like, you get these modern women, and I brought up the first category, which is sex. Like I said earlier, a lot of modern women have had too much sex. I'm not going to say all of them, but it's a significant percentage. They have too much sex, man. They've been handled very roughly in the bedroom by too many men. That's a fact. That's one. You know what I mean? Then you got the second category is money. So we got a money issue where a lot of women, they didn't have to be feminine to still get money from a man. You see what I'm saying? And the man settled for the sex and not the femininity, and the women settled for the money. And then you got lack of fathers, lack of masculine fathers. Obviously, you know, if the dad ain't around, he's not there to make sure his daughter is gentle. And then number 4 was healthy relationships. A lot of these women, unfortunately, fellas, they was gentle. They was just gentle to the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying?
Which hardened them, probably.
Excuse me?
Which hardened them, probably, as a cause for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, so, you know, for a lot of women, they was gentle at some point, but they was gentle to the wrong guy. So, again, that's only four categories of why a lot of modern women, they don't know how to be gentle. They don't have that gentleness within their emotions. See, when I say gentle, a lot of women gonna watch this podcast and be thinking like, "See, Boogie, you bugging? You telling me I need to be a pushover?" And no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a gentleness in all your emotions. Again, couldn't you get corrected by your grandmother at one time, or like a great aunt, or something like that, and you still knew that it was love in it? Mm-hmm. It was a gentleness there. Like, you know what? I'm not going to overdo it with the correction. I'm not going to make you feel bad. And when I'm done, I'm going to talk to you. I'm still going to love on you. I'm going to let you know you only made a mistake, but I have to correct you. Right. You see what I'm saying? If I'm making any sense for anybody that's watching me. So, again, you know, what I'm saying is it's a gentleness within all their emotions that, quite frankly, a lot of modern women, a lot of these young girls, they just don't have it.
You said a really, really big point about the different categories that really have aided in women becoming so hardened and so masculine and creating that angry black woman trope that we see today, which is like a black woman that is ill-mannered, ill-tempered by nature. And that's, you know, I think you're spot on especially with the sex, especially with that.
Well, a lot of that angry black woman syndrome, you know what I mean? A lot of that comes from raising these children on their own, and the dad nowhere to be around, and they get mad at all men because they got pregnant. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that's a major reason. Another big reason for the angry black woman situation is, and I don't want to deviate too far, is we have a major sexual assault issue in black America. And I'll leave it at that. But it's major. But anyway, moving on. You know, look. A lot of young women, right, they have an attitude that I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not here to tell these girls that they're right or wrong. I'm here to put it all out on the table and what's going to happen. I've always found it odd when a woman will come out the house, like, you know, dressed pretty salacious, you know, according to any traditional standard, that is, you know, acting a certain type of way. You know, birds of a feather flock together. You kind of look at their friends, you look at their circle, and they become upset when men, a significant percentage of men, treat them like sexual objects. And they don't want to commit to these women. You know, a lot of these women are relegated to side pieces, jump offs, you know what I mean, pass arounds, manglers, mud ducks. I go to thotties. I go down a list of all these adjectives that y'all created for women. Slut monkeys. And everything else in between. A lot of these women have really, you know, lived up to that based on their behavior. And they look up one day and they become befuddled like, well, I'm not getting the kind of commitment or, you know, why are men treating me like this and not treating me like that? And it's essentially based on who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's based on what's inside you. It's based on, you know, your lack of gentleness. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a feminine woman is always going to get respect from men. Period, man. That's just the reality. Let me tell y'all another story, because I just feel like telling stories today. Boom!
Oh, dang. You scared me.
2007. Or maybe 2006, right? And y'all hit that like button up in the chat room, man. Live podcast. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, man. Live podcast. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Hold me down. Boom. I don't know why black people like that shit. You know, black people, we so theatric. It's why I love y'all, man, because y'all keep me on my toes. Boom! 2006, right? I'm on leave. I'm on R&R from Iraq. Killing it. If y'all ever heard my Ray Lewis story, I think this was the time I seen Ray Lewis in the club and he took all the women with him. This was the same R&R vacation that I was in the club with Ray Lewis. And no. I'm sorry, y'all. This was my second deployment. This was like 2009. I apologize, y'all. 2008, 2009. This wasn't the 07 joint. But still, y'all follow the story. So I get in town, doing my 1-2. You know what I mean? And I remember this trip because I rented this all black Mustang. I'm killing it through the city. Bugging out. I'm like, yo, this joint is fast. I started to buy me one after that. So anyway, I'm down to Paradox, right? If anybody know anything about Baltimore, y'all know the club Paradox was it Saturday night. Bruh, if you was name brand within a specific age, you was down to Docks. Facts. Right? So I get in town. We all down the Docks. Me, Danny, Harvey, Corey. We all met down at the Docks. Down at the Paradox, that is. So I'm up in the black Mustang. Me and my boy Harvey. We floating down that joint too. Picked him up, floated downtown. Found some parking way in the back. We had to walk like 15 minutes to the Docks. But this is how important it was to get to the Docks. So I'm up in the club. Getting nice. We got the bar lit. We on yak all night. We just feeling ourselves, man. I was so on fire that night. My boy Danny, he got his weight up now, but back then he was kind of small. I walk, because you got to walk past the dance floor to go to the bathroom. I'm walking to the bathroom. My boy Danny getting danced on by some girl. She backing it up so hard he almost fell. I was there to catch him. This is how popping I was. And he looked back like, yo. I'm like, yo. Like, it's your, what you mean? It's your boy. Like, I'm everywhere, dog. But it just so happened it was like that because I couldn't find him for a while. And no cap. I swear to God, I could call Danny right now and he'll confirm this shit. Yo, the girl was backing it up so hard. My boy almost fell back, and I was right there to grab him. This was the illest night. So anyway, excuse me, y'all. Got a little hay fever. So boom. So I remember we just having a joyous occasion. So I'm by the bar, and I see this one woman. There was a bunch of women in there, but I see this one that really caught my eye. And it was really the sundress. And this is how I know she ain't really go to the club a lot. Because no woman wear a sundress in the club. Y'all gotta have the eye of the tiger too, fellas. A lot of y'all eyes don't be really intuitive enough for me. Hold on.
Your eyes is trained, huh?
I know what I'm looking at. So any woman that will wear a sundress to the Docks, oh yeah, she don't really go out like that. And then so I turn around, I tap my man up like, yo, back. Like, I don't even know what I said. I'm just imagining I said something like that. Like, I'm about to back. Like one of them. So I steps. Right? So I'm like, excuse me, how you doing? Woo. You know what I mean? Talking my lingo. And yo, I swear to God, this shit happened so quick. Within 5 minutes, we holding hands. Like, on my hip the rest of the night. So boom. I remember she was like my complexion. She had these dreads. She was one of them earth chakra type women. And I gotta be honest, back then, I was so young and wild. I didn't really know how to talk to these, excuse me. I didn't really know how to talk to those type of women in depth like I would know now. You know what I mean? Back then, everything with me was just so aggressive and, you know, hilarious or whatever. But that's what she liked or whatever. So, boom, we holding hands, walking around. She telling me like, yeah, I just came out tonight. It was my friend's birthday, and she was like, I really don't go out like that. I don't even drink. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, bet. I'm about to work her. I'm thinking. I didn't say it. I'm like, I'm about to work her. Like she don't even know. Yeah, and y'all gonna think I'm capping. The very next night, I took her to meet my moms. I tried to tell her.
Wow.
I bet you my mom don't remember this because it was so long ago. It was like 2008, 9, whatever. But I mean, it wasn't an official meeting, but she came to the crib. And then obviously you come to the crib, you're gonna see my mom. So anyway, but we went out on a date. So we went out, got some seafood or whatever. Y'all know we Baltimore style, got some crab cakes and some shrimps, and you know, I got a big jumbo thing of Hennessy. This is all I used to drink every day was Hennessy back then. So we chopping it up, and I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm gonna tell y'all what got me with her, right? Shorty tell me, and I'm calling her Shorty because I don't remember her name, but this lovely woman, this lovely angel, told me, she was like, yeah, because we just having small talk. She was like, my ex-boyfriend, we was going to get married, but he got into an accident. Something happened, but he ended up in a wheelchair. Let's just put it like that. She definitely told me that, but I forgot how he got there. And she was like, boom, you know, she took care of her ex-boyfriend in a wheelchair. This wasn't her husband or nothing for some years.
Damn.
And I don't know what happened. I forgot. You talking about, you know, a long time. But when she told me that, that really caught my attention. Because, look, let's keep it real, fellas. Ain't no, if you Negroes end up in a wheelchair overnight, y'all are finished. I mean, straight up. Y'all are done.
Finish him.
I mean, straight. I mean, it's not even funny how fast your woman gonna leave you. But when she told me that, I was like, yo, like, you're a real keeper for real. And, you know, we talked for a little while, but I was going back to Iraq, so I couldn't keep in contact with her the way I wanted to. And you know how I just fizzle out? And she's a very beautiful woman inside and out. I knew she was going to meet somebody a lot better than me anyway. But at the time, I had plans for her. But she was a gentle spirit. She was a gentle woman. And even though I met this girl in the club, it didn't matter. I still, utmost respect. Like, what you need? Like, nah, I got my goons in here. Ain't nobody gonna touch you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? If y'all got any problems, y'all come get us. But this is the treatment that feminine women get. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. If you're a gentle woman, you're a feminine woman, there's going to be a man that's going to jump off the rooftop to come hold you down. And that's just the reality of the situation. And I got a couple more stories that we just ain't got time to tell, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to give y'all examples on a gentle woman. I didn't have to know this woman for 6 weeks to figure out if she was... No. I knew the woman for 6 minutes, man. For 6 minutes, man. And at the end of the day, I knew her heart was different, man. I'm like, damn, like, you different than all these other chicks up in here, man. Like, you really different. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it. And my mother knew it because my moms would have told me the truth, like, that ain't it. Because moms would tell you, like, nah. But even my moms was like, I mean, you brought home something decent. So, at the end of the day, that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she ever watched this podcast, man, but shout out to her, man. It was decent. You know, I hope she happy and all of that in her endeavors. But a lot of time, man, this shit is bigger than skin deep too. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than skin deep. Yo, man, your eyes gonna get accustomed to somebody's beauty, man. You know what I mean? And everybody don't think beauty looks the same. You know what I mean? We can get into all of that. You know, you got people that's aesthetically pleasing, and then you got people that's just sexy being who they are. I mean, this stuff is not black and white. You did. You got some women that, according to some people's standards, you know, they shouldn't be considered sexy, but they are because they're feminine as hell.
You know, and that's the difference between, I know you said gentle woman. That's why they created the term a lady versus a woman, because a lady, in the past, they would call a lady the wives of lords, instead of a regular woman. And a lady is feminine. You know, she had self respect, class, appreciation, having etiquette. She's polite. All of those terms describes a woman like that, and it's lost.
No doubt. Excuse me. No doubt. No doubt. And I've noticed, a lot of gentle women. I don't know if people in the live stream, if y'all ever been to any Islamic states, you're gonna find a lot of gentle spirited women underneath the umbrella of Islam. And there are reasons for that I'm not going to get into right now. I'm not trying to convert anybody's religion. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. Not to say that other religions don't, because that's not true, but a lot of women that practice Islam are very gentle spirits. And I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so right. Women being gentle, right? Women having good hearts. It's not about a woman being perfect per se, but it's about having a decent heart. You know what I mean? If your heart ain't right, ain't nothing else gonna go smooth, ain't nothing else gonna go right. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's just how I see it. And a lot of women have mastered the act of being feminine, right? But again, it's an energy thing too. I remember, this is a true story. I go to the hospital one day, triage nurse. I remember I was living in Florida at the time. Triage nurse, man. And she was from like Kenya or something like that. And real talk, according to anybody standing online, she wouldn't be considered cream of the crop as far as looking. She wasn't a size 2. She wasn't fat, but she wasn't a size 2 or 3. She had like a short haircut or whatever. Y'all know how the sisters rock it or whatever. But it looked good on her. So boom. So she taking my vitals and getting me ready to see the doctor. Yo, man, this woman was so gentle. The conversation was so pure. I left out the joint sedated. Like, I was walking out bow-legged, tapping my leg because I fell asleep. I'm like, what the hell? And I was thinking after that, I'm like, yo, this woman is so feminine and gentle. I almost told her, because she had a husband too, and I didn't want to disrespect the husband. I almost told this woman, like, look, if any man ever look at you wrong, call me, I'll shoot him. And I wanted to tell her that because I'm like, look, man, women that's gentle and that feminine, honestly, they created like that, man. Somebody created. There was a culture that created that type of woman.
Right.
I'm just gonna be 100. And shout out to that culture. Like I said, she was from Kenya. She wasn't even from my hood. She was way across seas. But at the end of the day, very, very fun. That's the most feminine woman I was ever around in my life. That I swear to God, I left sedated. And it wasn't any medication she gave me. It was none of that. It was just the fact that when she was just taking my vital signs, I'm just like, she was just so gentle with me. And I'm like, yo, how do you get like this? You just want to kiss her. Just kiss her lips. But at the end of the day, some women got it and some women don't. You know what I'm saying? I be telling dudes all the time, if y'all watch my live streams, I be telling you dudes, man, go grab you a nurse, man. Like,
Nurse Bay.
I've noticed with nurses, man, honestly, a lot of nurses are very selfless it's just really in them because they've been doing the job so long that they gotta be. They almost trained for it. So a lot of dudes, y'all can luck up and go grab you a nurse. Like a lot of nurses know how to be very gentle, but y'all don't really believe me. So anyway, It seems like the prettier the modern woman, the more of a B word she is. You know what I'm saying? The more of a B word she can be. And you know, it's just like that. But nowadays, the girl ain't even gotta be all that looking. She ain't even gotta have a nice body and all that type of stuff, man. You know, a lot of them just inherently want to be bitches. Nothing about them is gentle. And a lot of guys are angry. A lot of guys are fed up. A lot of guys, they want peace in their life. They want peace in their home. They want peace with their woman. They don't want to fight with their woman. They want their woman to love on them. You know, they want their woman to get the war out of them. They want their woman to inspire and encourage them. You know what I mean? Women are here for inspiration, man. But if a woman's emotions are not gentle, she can never be that. Excuse me. Pardon me. She can never be that. See what I'm saying? Again, either she got it or she don't. Either she want to have it or she don't want to have it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, either she want to have it or she don't want to have it. Either she working on it or she ain't working. It's just that simple with me, man. A lot of this stuff ain't rocket science. You dig? What you think about some of this stuff?
I'm just thinking about going back to what you said about the not having fathers, the having too much sex at an early age with too many men, and the environment. You said two more other things. I was trying to think. Wow, it has really brought us to this place where women aren't as feminine, like that woman that you mentioned, the nurse, and it's quite sad. Like, I'm trying to think how bad it has gotten, you know, and if it's not fixed, what are women going to turn into in the future?
Well, we gotta, you know, like we got women fighting in the streets like men. You know, we got women up in men's faces. You know, we got women that don't mind disrespecting men. And when that man retaliates, then she plays victim. You know, when women aren't gentle, you have Chinese store clerks, hair store clerks, and nail store clerks squaring up with these women, fighting them like dogs. Because they don't see these women as feminine creatures.
Right. And then you get TV shows like Marry Me Now, where women are proposing to men, taking on a man's job or a man's position. And it is quite sad, because I do hear women saying, like, yeah, I could sleep around, you know, like men. I could do what a man does. I could have, you know, different men for my different needs. They talking like men now.
Well, look, again, excuse me, y'all. See, Boogie is definitely under the weather today, as y'all can see, and I appreciate y'all patience. But again, I'm not here to tell nobody that y'all right or wrong. I'm here to just put it all out on the table. You know what I mean? I'm not here to change anybody's behavior. You know what I'm saying? But if I can give you the information, you can change your own behavior. Maybe I can show you where you'll be in 15 years as a woman. You know, do you want to be a 49-year-old woman waiting at happy hour for a guy to come talk to you and take you home or ask for your information? Or do you want to be a 49-year-old woman about to board JetBlue to go fly to London for the weekend with your husband or, you know, your significant other, whatever the hell you believe in? At the end of the day, you pick. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told. Because honestly, I'm staying the hell away from you women that ain't gentle. You know what I'm saying? I told you dudes a long time ago Because there was a bunch of dudes online talking about, I'm gonna leave the country and I'm gonna go to this place for sex tourism, because that's why they was going. And I always told myself, if I ever move out the country, I'm gonna move to Turkey. I'm gonna move to Turkey. A lot of gentle people in Turkey. It's a lot of gentle people. See, at the end of the day, a lot of dudes is done. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of these women, a lot of these modern women. A lot of these young dudes don't see these girls for nothing but sex. A lot of these older dudes don't see these girls for nothing but sex. But they just do a better job at masking it, right? At the end of the day, a lot of women put themselves in a trick bag for show. A lot of dudes don't see y'all nothing but sexual objects, and that's it. That's it. I don't know what to tell women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they made up their mind that they're going to do what they want, how they want. Fair enough. You got to deal with the consequences. A man is not going to get out here, put his reputation on the line, put his name, his life on the line in some cases for a woman that's not bringing peace to his life, that's not gentle towards him. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen like that. If a man can size up a woman like, well, you can take care of yourself, then at the end of the day, he going to keep it moving. I'm not here to say if it's right or wrong. I'm just putting it all on the table. You see what I'm saying? Men, we love different, man. Men, the type of love we want from a woman is we want a woman to respect us more than anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how men receive love. You know what I mean? Through respect. But there is a gentleness in respecting somebody. It's not about, submitting and crawling on your hands and knees. Let me kiss the ring, daddy. No. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just about understanding that, okay, this man wouldn't even be in your life if he didn't earn the right to make decisions, to be a leader, you know what I mean, to hold you down in a certain fashion. He wouldn't even be in that position if you shouldn't respect him. So that means you got to humble yourself and be a little gentle so you can respect that man in a proper fashion. This is how men receive these things. And a lot of women said, hell to the nah. We ain't respecting shit.
As a matter of fact, men became gentle for women. The term gentleman, it was created because how can a man, using brute force, just handle a woman that's such a lady? Like, she's too gentle for him to handle her in that way. So they had to become gentle for us. But if we're not gentle and we're not, acting like ladies, they're gonna probably go back to what they used to be. So you got to think about that too.
Well, look, I think it is what it is, man. I think a lot of women got to wake up and truly understand why they're not getting the desired outcomes that they want. And I'm going to push the conversation a little bit forward. I do a lot of consultations. I talk to a lot of dudes. Get a lot of emails, DMs, and a lot of dudes is having problems with their girl about this, problem with their girl about that. And a lot of times it comes down to our past experiences, man. There's no other way around it. And granted, you're not going to meet a perfect person. Never met a perfect woman, never met a perfect man, but it is levels. And one thing I do notice with women is I've mentioned this on several live streams in my past. You're going to pay for what the last guy did, fellas. There's no other way around it. Y'all better get ready for it. If a woman tell you her last dude was this, that, and the third, he was unsavory, you better buckle up. It's going to be a really bumpy ride for you, my friend. But that's the unfortunate part about it all. right? We talk about this gentleness, right? We talk about femininity, and you do your research. A lot of them had it. A lot of them had it, but they squandered it. And I'm dealing with some guys now that's in this position, and I don't even know what else to tell them. I don't even want to tell them to leave that woman, but I'm like, well, she is who she is. What she ain't, she ain't. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna be patient with the girl or you're gonna leave her. It's that simple. Y'all, excuse me, y'all. Like, either you're gonna be patient with this woman or you're gonna leave her. You got really two options. But you're not gonna snap your fingers and this woman gonna wake up and be gentle. She's gonna wake up and be feminine and forget her past and all of that. No. It's not gonna work like that. Either you love the girl enough to be patient or you're gonna leave her. That's my thing. And but a lot of dudes, they don't really know what they're getting themselves into till they end a little bit too deep with some of these women. And you gotta have a special skill set to deal with some women that been through trauma and shit like that. A lot of dudes, man, y'all gotta wake up, man. I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all chasing a certain type of woman, don't know what y'all getting into. It's going to break you emotionally if you ain't ready. But that's a different story for a different day too. But my thing is, as men, I just want y'all to really realize, like, look, forget what everybody else is saying. When you bring a woman into your life, make sure she's bringing make sure she's bringing some peace with her. At the end of the day, make sure she's bringing some peace to your life. Make sure she's adding to the peace that's already in your life. If you're a decent dude, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you don't have a gentle woman next to you, you're going to see the results over time. You're going to be frustrated. You're not going to be able to release yourself properly. You know what I'm saying? It's going to drain your energy. If you walk around tired all the time. Trust me, man. A man needs peace. I mean, like, women need peace too. Everybody needs peace, but again, everybody don't bring peace. Some people bring dysfunction. Some people bring confusion. You dig? This type of stuff, it displays itself many different ways, not just one way. Everything is not loud and ghetto. Some things are quiet, but you kind of pick up on the energy too. Leave those women behind, but too many entertain them. That's a Snapple top fact. That's a Snapple top fact.
It's too hard for them to leave them behind because of sex.
Sex plays a big part. Sex plays a major part. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told. A major part of this conversation we here having tonight, y'all, is because a lot of these women been hung out wet from sex.
I think a lot of times women show their femininity through submitting sexually, instead of submitting to a man's mission versus him sexually. And I think that that's wrong too, because it's very damaging. It's very damaging for a woman to submit to many men sexually. And I don't think we realize that until it's too late, because there's no going back from sleeping with 70 men versus 20 versus 5. There's no going back from that. It's a totally different woman each time you are sleeping around, and it does turn you into. It makes it harder for you to bond and be feminine. It's just really bad. Yeah. It's really bad.
Well, I mean, I've seen it myself with some women. You know, some women they can't get intimate. They can lay on their back all day, and they can perform sexual. Excuse me. They can perform sexual acts, but they can't get intimate with a man. This is where you know a lot of people are a lost cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because we about to wind it down, actually. For everybody that's listening, if y'all got any questions, you can super chat your questions to me, and I'll get to it. I promise you. You know what I mean? I just want to let people know we're gonna wind it down in a minute. But at the end of the day, that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Some women are just a lost cause. Y'all heard Jay-Z say, "Once a good girl gone bad, she gone forever." That's just how it is, man. She gone forever, man. And a lot of women don't realize the consequences until it's too late. I don't know what to tell y'all. She gone forever. Those women end up as the fun girl. Some women have submitted to the wrong men, and they, in their heart, have became black. No doubt. No diggity. No doubt. I'm just reading some of these comments on here. So yeah, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to see if anybody had a question. If not, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Your boy C Boogie need to take some medication. I need to hydrate. I need some water. I need to lay down, get some rest. I need to take a hot shower and figure out why I became so sick. I have an idea what it is, but I'm in bad shape, people. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for joining me. This was a rough episode. You know, I hope everything sounded good to y'all. But I wasn't going to miss the live stream. I wasn't going to miss the podcast. And look, we'll be right back Thursday, same time, better topic. And salute, people.